Okay, so hey everyone. Welcome again to another lecture with the principles of system thinking, and we are already. So last time we discussed about the introduction of the principles of system thinking, the part one and the part two, and we talk about the danger of concluding the whole part of a system or a problem without analyzing first the parts of the whole. No, so there's always a need for us to process everything from the minute details going specific ideas, so that we can see the different angles of the problem, and in that way we can address the issues that we need to address and can solve the problems early as possible, ASAP, so that the dilemma will not cover a lot of consequences in the future. Okay, so for today we will be talking about the principles of science and system and the the common things about science and the system. How are they related to each other? And for this afternoon, for today, we'll be talking about uh, we're defining what is science and the different areas or functions of science into principles of system thinking. And before that, we have to take a look at the people define what is science, no? Or the principles of science and system. So according to Dyrek Bonhoeffer, he said that the ultimate test of moral society is the kind of world that it leaves to its children. This is somehow similar to the saying of Jose Rizal that the children are the only hope for the future for humanity or the society. Kabataan ng pag-asa ng. It is very similar because, of course, in the principles of system thinking, we are already getting all the informations needed in such a way that it will be beneficial to the future society. Whatever it is that we are already getting or we are finding solutions at to the problems in the current issues right now is or it will be credited in the near future for the future society. Example, your future self, your future children, no? Future life, some anything that you are doing right now, of course, it is a preparation for yourself or for your future self to be credited on in the future. That's the reason why the ultimate test of moral society is the kind of the world that leaves to its children. So we are the foundations, or perhaps I may say that you are the foundation of the future. Anything that you will do will reflect at the end of that tunnel. Okay, so this afternoon, we will be able to describe the scientific method and explain how it works. Of course, we will be talking about a lot of um, researches of science and how is it related to our systems thinking, no? And explain systems and how they are useful in science and evaluate the role of scientific consensus and conflict. So before we jump in, no, the different functions of science, we must, of course, define what is science first. So science, as we all know it, it is a methodological, logical process of gaining knowledge about natural phenomena, cumulative body of knowledge, procedure by informed learned process, based on careful observation and hypothesis testing, a way for us to explain how the natural world works. In short, science always questions, science always find meanings to the problem and find solutions to the problem. It does not stay still. It always acts as if it inquires something and finding a lot of new discoveries. That's how the science works. No? And to add on, science is always testing something in order for them to create an accuracy that is valid for hypothesis testing. No? And science depends on skepticism and accuracy. As I've said, no, science is always finding a true body of knowledge. And by finding that, it should be test and test and test and have a series of tests, no, or experiments so that it will be proven right. And if the experiments are proven wrong, of course they have to study it again and again and again, no, as continuously, to the point that they will master each of the science and the result of their experiments. That's the reason why we have to trust scientists when they said that it is 100% proven, because they have already undergone a lot of or series of tests or experiments in various fields. For example, the vaccines, no, it was not only tested only with a meager number of people, but it has already undergone series of tests and experiments so that it will, of course, give us the best results possible. No? Okay, ideally, scientists are skeptical and unbiased. Scientists strive for, number one, accuracy, correctness, and measurements, and productivity. Repeatedly